it weren't for this place, I'll be frozen. Yeah.
A couple months ago, I had a spot to stay, but they kicked me out.
Welcome, Homeless Life Stories.
Number 1, Ohio, he cracked heart of America. In the center of the U.S. map lies what many once called the heartland, the beating heart of the nation. Ohio used to be the kind of place where factory whistles blew at dawn, where blue-collar workers passed through steel gates each morning with a simple belief: do good work today and tomorrow will be better.
I've been on over 30 years, man.
Cleveland, Akron, and Toledo were once symbols of progress, where bright roads led to steady jobs, front porches, and weekends spent in football stadiums. But time has changed. The factories are silent, storefronts boarded up, and beneath bridges, in darkened corners, makeshift shelters have become home for those without one.
It's not like I want to be here, I choose to be here.
Maybe the American dream has always had a crack we refuse to see. Slow down, and you'll notice Ohio has more faces than we think. Downtown Cleveland still reflects light from the Terminal Tower onto Lake Erie, but just a few blocks away, plastic tarps and cardboard walls make up tiny shelters.
I've been getting taken advantage of a lot too. And I didn't say this earlier.
In Akron, where the rubber industry once breathed life into the city, vast parking lots now sit empty, while tired eyes search for a safe place to rest.
Back out here, as you can see, we got a makeshift shelter, which ain't the greatest, but it's...
In Toledo, the Maumee River still flows calmly, but not everyone who works its docks has a key to return home at night. When the image of the hard-working city starts to fade, what's left to hold on to for the people quietly walking among us each day?
Look at this, man. This is beyond freaking crazy.
Homelessness in Ohio isn't just the loss of an address. It's the disorientation of being pushed off a familiar path, the heartbreak of realizing years of effort suddenly mean nothing. Many of these people once had jobs, paid taxes, raised kids, and held on to the same basic hopes we all do. Then came a layoff, a medical bill, a missed paycheck, and the solid chair they once sat and lost a leg. When night falls, not everyone has a door to close. Have we grown so used to walking past that we forget to ask, "Are you okay today?" What makes the story in Ohio especially painful is the silence. Empty buildings feel like unfinished stories. People huddle with backpacks like they're clutching memories. In Appalachian towns where tree-covered hills stretch on for miles, homelessness is hidden. A car parked overnight behind a gas station, an overcrowded family room offered with love but not much space. There are no long rows of tents on the sidewalk, so people assume it doesn't exist. But not seeing something doesn't mean it's not there. Are we confusing invisibility with non-existence?
Been out collecting cans to try and make money, to feed us and take care of whatever needs we have.
When we call Ohio the mirror of America, we're pointing to a fragile reality. It only takes one misstep for the whole system, job, home, and family to collapse. That mirror reflects the dignity of labor, but also reveals the cracks if we dare to look closely. In Cleveland, music still plays from a diner on Euclid Avenue, but just around the corner, a thin blanket lies on a stone step. In Columbus, riverfront parks along the Scioto welcome walkers, but someone might be sitting quietly on a bench, waiting for a phone call they're not sure will come. Maybe it's time we stop looking away and start naming what we feel: compassion, not avoidance. This beginning isn't about numbers. It's not about asking why they don't try harder. It's an invitation to re-examine the system that catches some and lets others fall. In the next part of Homeless Life Stories in Ohio, we'll explore that hidden map of once thriving neighborhoods, slowing towns, and rural corners where homelessness is harder to see. We'll meet people with names, former careers, hobbies, and memories of porches they once called home. Are you ready to keep going to see that behind every statistic is a specific face, and behind every struggle is a voice worth hearing?
Everybody throws cans away like, they put other stuff in there. And you can't take it to the scrapyard like that. So.
Number 2, the homelessness map of Ohio, numbers that speak. When people think about homelessness in America, their mind jumps to Los Angeles, San Francisco, or New York. But few realize that in Ohio, right in the center of the country, the same crisis is quietly spreading in ways most people don't notice. Ohio is not just one city, it's a patchwork of once booming industrial hubs, fading suburbs, and rural towns on the edge of being forgotten. And in all of these places, homelessness is rising day after day. In Cleveland, more than 3,000 people are without housing on any given night. Many line up at temporary shelters, but countless others sleep in makeshift camps along highways or under cold bridges. In Columbus, the homeless population has grown by more than 20% in just a few years, a number that cannot be ignored. Toledo, Dayton, and Akron may report smaller figures, but behind each statistic is a tragedy as heavy as any other, because every single number represents a face and name, a person who once had to choose between paying rent and buying dinner, and too often, that choice pushed them to the streets. What makes it more troubling is that in rural Ohio, homelessness is even harder to see. You won't find long rows of tents on sidewalks, but you will find families sleeping in old cars, moving from one relative's couch to another, or staying in abandoned houses no one else wants. They're called the hidden homeless, invisible in the official counts, but facing the same struggles as those in the cities. Even people in their own communities sometimes don't realize that someone nearby is living without a home. And the cruelest irony is that many of them are still working, waiting tables, driving shifts, doing day labor, serving the public all day only to have no place of their own at night. This is the homelessness map of Ohio. It isn't drawn with coordinates. It's drawn with pain that stretches from the city centers to the farmlands. And the question remains, are we deliberately closing our eyes to one of the deepest wounds in America? Number 3, the roots of the crisis when an economic collapse becomes personal. No crisis ever comes out of nowhere. Homelessness in Ohio isn't the result of laziness or poor choices, it's the outcome of decades of systemic failure. Back in the 1980s, Ohio was a working-class stronghold, home to steel mills in Youngstown, General Motors plants in Lordstown, and a booming rubber industry in Akron, providing thousands of steady jobs. People bought homes, built communities, sent their kids to school, and though life was tough, it felt stable. Then came globalization, automation, and deregulation. Factories shut down. Jobs disappeared. Cities that once powered the economy became rows of abandoned homes, and working families found themselves sinking into poverty. This wasn't a sudden crash, it was a long, slow rot that eventually pushed people into the streets. At the same time, housing costs soared while wages stayed frozen. In the past 5 years alone, rent in Ohio has increased more than 20%, yet the minimum wage has barely budged. Today, someone working full-time at minimum wage can't afford a one-bedroom apartment in any major Ohio city. This isn't just economics, it's reality. Hard work no longer guarantees a roof over your head. And when rent becomes impossible, people turn to social safety nets. But those systems weren't built to catch everyone. In Cleveland, the wait list for public housing stretches 3 to 5 years. Columbus shelters are often at capacity, and mental health services, critically needed, have been slashed repeatedly over the last 2 decades. So when jobs vanish, housing costs explode, and the support network collapses, how long can an ordinary family hold on before being pushed out into the cold? Number 4. The faces of homelessness, urban and rural. The image most people carry of homelessness is city streets lined with tents, long soup kitchen lines, or footsteps echoing through the night. And yes, in places like Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, that is the visible face of the crisis. But the story doesn't end at city limits. In rural Ohio, especially the Appalachian region, homelessness looks different, and it's harder to see. In small towns across Hocking County or on the farms outside Jackson, there are no rows of blue or gray tents, no massive encampments. Instead, there's an old car parked behind a gas station where a father and child sleep every night, a deserted barn turned into a makeshift shelter, or a cramped home forced to squeeze in another family because there's no other option. In cities, there are at least shelters, soup kitchens, and emergency services, even if they're strained. In rural areas, geography itself becomes the barrier. The nearest shelter might be 30 miles away. Public transit doesn't exist. Mental health resources are scarce, and the stigma is even harsher. In the city, homelessness is visible. In small towns, it's hidden and shameful. A man in Vinton County lived in his car for 8 months after losing his job, and his neighbors never knew. Here, if people find out you're sleeping in a car, they think you're lazy or on drugs. But I work every day. I just don't make enough to pay rent, he said. The only difference is how people see it, but the pain, the loneliness, and the rejection feel the same. And in some ways it's worse, because in a place where everyone knows each other, silence becomes its own kind of exile. So does homelessness in Ohio really have one face, or is it countless faces hiding in plain sight?
They keep killing my son, and we keep attacking him, and we keep treating him alone.
Number 5. Losing a home also means losing trust. When someone loses their home, they don't just lose a place to sleep. Along with the roof goes their sense of safety, their dignity, and their belief that life can still be better. For those on the streets, every day becomes a string of uncertainties. Where to sleep tonight, when the next shower might be, where the next meal will come from, and whether anyone still cares. That uncertainty slowly sinks into the mind, turning into fear, depression, and despair. In Cleveland, we met Grace, a woman living in a small tent behind a convenience store. When asked what she missed most, she didn't mention a house or money. She said, "I miss someone saying my name, because after long enough on the streets, even your identity fades. You're no longer Grace, John, or Maria, you're just the homeless.
My biological dad, we just don't get along.
Children who grow up without stable housing carry invisible wounds. They are often forced to change schools, fall behind in learning, and struggle to connect with peers. A quiet fear forms in their hearts that the world cannot be trusted, and that fear grows into anxiety, trauma, or feelings of worthlessness in adulthood. For grown men and women, the daily stress of life on the street eats away at mental health. Many face severe depression, PTSD, or seek escape in substances as a temporary relief. Sleeping with one eye open, eating quickly to avoid being pushed away, living in constant defense, simply being human becomes a battle too heavy to bear. But perhaps the deepest pain isn't hunger or cold. It's hearing society say, "It's your fault." That phrase echoes in newspapers, on social media, in coffee shop conversations, carving the wound deeper and blaming people for their suffering. If we were in their place, how would we endure losing everything and being turned away by our own community? Number 6. The people who refuse to look away. In Ohio's darkness, there are still small lights of people who refuse to shut their eyes to suffering. They are not politicians or millionaires, but volunteers, social workers, doctors, and even former homeless people who have returned to help. Linda, a social worker in Columbus, has spent 12 years at an emergency shelter. Each morning, she greets dozens of people with tired eyes and trembling hands. "My job isn't just to give them a bed," she says, "it's to listen. Because many haven't been heard in a very long time." In Dayton, Marcus, who once ate from dumpsters and slept on sidewalks, now volunteers at a tiny home village for the homeless. He says, "If I could stand back up, they can too. But they need someone to believe in them first before they can believe in themselves." Volunteers face endless shortages. Shelters overflow, soup kitchens run out of food, and mental health services lack doctors. They are forced to choose who gets help today and who must walk away, not out of cruelty, but because of limits. In Toledo, we met Sarah, a young doctor who runs a mobile clinic for the homeless. Each week, she carries basic medicine to tent encampments, treating wounds the healthcare system has ignored. Sarah says, "I'm not a savior. I'm just trying to patch the injury society has left open too long." What makes it harder is not just a lack of funding, but indifference. Many people see helping the homeless as rewarding laziness, leaving volunteers to bear ridicule. Yet they persist because for them, these aren't lazy people, they're human beings. In a world closing itself off, they choose to open up. And that choice makes them small flames that refuse to go out even in the storm. Do you think a few small flames can light up a long night? Number 7, sparks from the community. While politics stall, communities across Ohio have decided they can't wait. In Columbus, residents built a tiny home village, each unit just 200 square feet, but safe, warm, and private. More importantly, it's a community where people can start over, slowly and without pressure. "We don't just give them housing," said one project manager. "We give them belongings." The model has spread to Dayton and Akron, proving effective and affordable. It's proof that solutions don't have to be complicated, they just need heart and will. In Cleveland, a job training program inside a shelter teaches carpentry, cooking, and urban farming. Each participant learns skills while being paid, rebuilding confidence.
What else you got?
Give me that bar.
All right.
People call them lazy, one instructor said, but I see them show up early, stay late, and work harder than anyone. In Toledo, volunteers created a mobile library. To their surprise, books became an escape from loneliness and even sparked hope. Some learned new languages. Others wrote poetry. Under streetlights, they nurtured their minds, even while the ground beneath them stayed cold. These small initiatives won't erase the crisis, but for every person who leaves the streets, every family who sits down for a meal together, every child who feels safe in school, the world has already changed. Do you believe a small community can start a wave of bigger change? Number 8. The political wall. Even with community efforts, an invisible wall remains in politics.
It's the hottest flame that you could possibly have. It's like a torch flame.
It's a wall built from campaign promises forgotten, congressional debates over party lines instead of human lives. Housing assistance is cut, shelter funding stagnates, and local initiatives lack backing. Meanwhile, billions pour into stadiums, parks, and highway projects that serve only those who already have homes. Many politicians speak of family values, but deny policies that would keep a mother and 2 children from sleeping in a car.
God bless you. Need anything like
They talk
a
about
blanket?
personal responsibility, but ignore the failure of systems meant to provide jobs, mental health care, or even minimal housing. The truth is, Ohio's homelessness crisis isn't just about poverty, it's about priorities. As long as those in power refuse to treat it as an emergency, tents will keep multiplying, sidewalks will remain beds, and citizens will be abandoned in their own country. Should a society be judged by its glittering skyscrapers, or by how it treats its most vulnerable? Number 9. The heart of America in a cracked mirror. Ohio, the heart of America, was once the land where the dream was built through hard work and solidarity. But today, from Cleveland to Chillicothe, from Columbus to the quiet hills of Appalachia, we see a different face of the nation. A weary face searching for answers fading into silence. Homelessness is not just the story of those who lost homes, it's the story of all of us, watching brothers and sisters fall. A society that forgets this country was built not for the few, but for everyone, especially the weakest among us. Ohio isn't just a state, it's a mirror. And in that mirror, we see the moral fragility of the entire nation. When we see someone sleeping on a sidewalk, the question isn't where did they go wrong, but where did we go wrong? Maybe a single video like this won't change the world, but if one person sees it, cares, and acts, then hope exists. This crisis is not insurmountable, we just haven't truly begun. Perhaps the answer to America's future isn't in the glass towers of Washington, but in Ohio's quiet streets, reminding us that the most human thing is not leaving anyone behind. Do you believe the heart of America can keep beating strong while thousands still sleep in the cold? Conclusion. As we finish this journey from Cleveland's crowded streets to the hidden corners of Appalachia, one truth is undeniable. Homelessness in Ohio isn't just a story about one group of people, but a mirror reflecting all of society. Every statistic is a person. Every tent is a family. Every lost gaze is a question to us all. Can a nation truly claim prosperity while thousands search for sleep beneath the cold sky? Yet even in the shadows, light remains in the hands offering blankets, warm meals, or a simple "how are you?" It's proof that hope has never disappeared, as long as we don't look away. If today you take even a moment to share this story, to think, or simply to see the homeless as people worthy of love, then you've already made a change. This is Homeless Life Stories. The story may close here, but the journey of empathy and action remains open ahead. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What part of Ohio's story touched you most? What small act do you believe could help the heart of America beat strong again? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Homeless Life Stories. Every act of support is a message that those on the streets are seen, valued, and still have hope. And remember, sometimes one warm heart is enough to make an entire city more humane.
There's places we can go, like, there's no, like rehab